The boy Dub Deuce in the building.
What up, what up, what up? It is that guy Dub, and I am back with another video. How y'all doing? At the end of the day, shout it, I'm Good Money. And today, we've got a special guest in the building, the comedian, Mr. Funny, Mr. Gene Miller. What's going on, brother?
What's up, y'all? What's up with you, D?
Chilling, man. You said, like, now, you making major waves in the comedy game. So, like, everybody knows that you said, like you said before, that you said you fell into it by accident. But what was it like the first time stepping on stage?
Scary. Scary. Stand up is definitely an art, and it's scary because you don't got no music, you ain't got no band, you ain't got nothing to bag you up. You know what I'm saying? It's just you and the microphone, and you got the crowd, and you got really 30 seconds to put an impression out there. That's the way I see it.
Well, so once you got past that initial 30 seconds, like, is it like smooth sailing, or do you still nervous the entire time?
No, you got to keep on hitting them, and the most important thing is kind of reading the crowd and knowing what you got, because, obviously today we live in a more sensitive world, and you don't want to be offensive. That's the last thing I ever want to come off is to offend any group of people or anything like that. But, you gotta keep the funny. And sometimes you gotta switch subjects.
With that being said, like, do you feel like nothing should really be off limits if there's some funny in it, or do you think that some people just take stuff too far and they get butthurt over nothing?
I think people get butthurt over nothing. As long as it's not, I think that nothing should be on a place of hate. Mm-hmm. You understand where I'm coming from? Like Dave Chappelle. He had the controversy, but I never, when I listened to the joke, I didn't see that he was coming from a place of hate. Right. I was thinking that he more or less he was coming from a place of reality. That hey, if you're gonna exist in this world, then you got to exist with all people. Some things everybody's not going to agree with what you agree with. And sometimes you gotta just have like I'll give an example. Okay. I've heard white comedians crack jokes. What's my guy named Gary Owen, from Cincinnati. And you could take that the wrong way sometimes, when he talks about his black side of the family, when he was married to his wife and everything like that, you could take that the wrong way sometimes.
That's true.
But it's the reality of, a stereotype is a stereotype. And some stereotypes are very true. I don't even know why they call them stereotypes, because some of them true. I love watermelon and chicken.
Me too. Me too.
So I don't think that people should get into their feelings as much as they do, especially if you want your group or your lifestyle, whatever, recognize it, in the human culture. I mean, shit, you here now. Right. Accept the shit. We cracking jokes, But like I say, as long as it's not coming from a place of hate, you understand where I'm coming from? And that's but people, how I go, man. People take shit the wrong way.
I mean, like, just look at, like, when Colin Kaepernick took a knee, he was doing it for, to stand against police brutality and stuff like that. And you got all these white people burning their Nike gear. It's like, but you already paid for it. So what are you burning it for? You already bought it. Nike already got your money.
Because, at the end of the day, that's the problem. Nobody researches anything anymore, or really, tries to. One thing I try to do is walk in other people's shoes. How would I feel? You remember the Donald Sterling case?
Yes.
Dude lost his team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though I didn't agree with what he said, I still don't think he should have lost his team, because at the end of the day, you are free to believe what you want to believe.
Mm-hmm.
You are, you know, and then, you know, number two, they secretly recorded my man's conversation.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? And, you know, like I tell most people, how many people went home or been on the phone with their peoples, and you done vented about your boss, you know, that motherfucker this, that motherfucker that, and then you go to work the next day and they like, yeah, heard you on the phone last night, you packed your shit.
What you said, just like, you know, I guess, because we're talking about, you said with that, because it just came out that Ja Morant has been indefinitely suspended for flashing a gun again on Instagram Live. The Memphis Grizzlies.
You know what? Now, with that, I don't never want nobody to lose their livelihood, you know. But him being a young boy, he got to understand that, you know, you a role model to children. And no matter if you want to be a role model or not, you are.
Right. Because
of the platform that you have. And that was just retarded. I mean, I hate to say it like that. But it was retarded. I mean, you did it one time, okay, you know, my fault, my mistake, I wasn't thinking. Mm-hmm. But to do it again, you know, is ridiculous. You know how many people would love to be in that man's position?
I mean, absolutely. You know? But you said, going back to something you was talking about a second ago, it's just like, okay, LeBron sent them home. I'm on my season. The season's over. I'm on my off time. You said, shouldn't that play a factor into some of that?
It should. But when you get, you know, that's a difference. And that, you know, and the reason why I'll say that's a difference is because, okay, I'm not having a personal conversation. He can carry all the guns he wants. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not against guns. You know, I definitely believe in the Second Amendment. Mm. But there's still a responsibility, you know, and it's a little, y'all go ahead. It's a little bit different than what I was talking about with Donald Sterling, because that was in the privacy of his own home.
Right.
You know, it wasn't broadcasted out. It wasn't supposed to be broadcasted to the world. Mm-hmm. In Ja's particular case, man, you on social media, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to carry pistols, or if you want to collect guns, feel free. Mm-hmm. You know, we got the Second Amendment for a reason. We live in America. Mm-hmm. But you still have a responsibility to yourself and your family. And, you know, unfortunately, something like who was that? I forgot what it was, another NBA guy that said, you know, I'm not a role model. Unfortunately, you are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you are, you know, because of the platform that you have, mm-hmm. you know, and that's that line that it, you know, if you want to, you know, do all of that, stay off of social media, bro.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, but you said, with that being said, it's just like, I definitely agree with you on that, because you mean, like I said, because these kids look up to these people. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And
correct.
You said,
go ahead. And by me being I'm a father, you know. Mm-hmm. Okay. So certain things I will never put on the internet. You know, I got skits that I did that it was like, yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Because I didn't even realize my children were following me.
That's crazy. You know, my children follow me, so I get it.
Right. And you know, by me having two high schoolers, mm-hmm. you know, some of their friends even follow me. Mm. You know, like it's crazy, because my daughter came home and was like, it's a whole bunch of dudes in my school that follow you, Dad. You know, and it, you know, number one, hey, that's a blessing that the kids can vibe with me. I'm 45 years old, you know, you know, so that's, you know, and they following me for the comedy. You know, I used to be in the music business, mm-hmm. you know, So, you know, a lot of youngsters follow me, but at the end of the day, you know, I could talk a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got a lot of beliefs that I would never put on the internet because if you don't know me, you wouldn't understand where I'm coming from.
That's true. You said and sometimes it could be a slippery slope because you want to be your authentic self, but you also have to use this to a degree. I'm like, so I don't want to say dummy it down, but you have to keep it clean enough to where it can be accepted by the masses. And you said sometimes that can be hard to do. So like, is that important to you to make sure that you're not offending people?
Yeah, definitely. Because at the end of the day, you know, the people is who gonna get you paid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether I like certain things or agree with certain things, you know, it's my opinion really don't matter.
Right.
You know, I can have my opinion about anything, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I'm hurting somebody or offending somebody that may be a fan of mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's I never want to come across that. I can live my truth. I can have my own beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
No one can take that away from me, but my beliefs, I can't push them onto other people.
Right.
You understand where I'm coming from? Like,
absolutely.
You know, would you say religion? You know, certain things that I believe in, I used to preach to people, mm-hmm. Being pro-black and that this and that. And I found that I was alienating some of my family members because of their beliefs. Mm. You understand where I'm coming from? And that was never the cause. I figured I was trying to teach mm-hmm. or inform. And I figured out like, damn, I'm pushing these peoples away. Right. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to listen because, at the beginning, I was coming strong. Not this, not that. And what I realized was like, damn, man, I ain't trying to offend your or knock your belief system, because if that makes you a better person mm-hmm. or gives you something to believe in, I don't never want to be, the person that, offends that. That's not what I'm here to do, because you got your own freedom of choice too. And that's what I had to realize, if you talked about homosexuality or whatever, mm-hmm. or like when I was in prison, I had to accept that, mm-hmm. Because you're gonna see it,
right?
You're gonna see it, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And my personal belief system was against it, but at the end of the day, this is what they doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it, and then once I got out to the world and, more people, it started being more accepted by the masses, like my little cousin, she's about to get married, mm-hmm. And like I told her, hey, when you find somebody that love you and really got your back, mm-hmm. who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because, I never understood that, hey, this person got a feeling inside of them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And who am I to take that away from them? Mm-hmm. Whether I agree or disagree, all I can do is support it.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm coming from?
Absolutely.
I can't support nothing that's detrimental to your health. You smoking crack. That's a different story. Right. I'm gonna impose my beliefs on you because I know that that's detrimental to your health. There's nothing good that can come out of that. But something that's not gonna harm you, something that makes you a better person, whether I believe in it or not, I gotta roll with you on that one. You understand where I'm coming from? And I think that's where a lot of people get it twisted. Like,
right. Well, you said, well, we live in an era of social media. You mentioned that your children follow you and they have friends at their school that follow them. You said, so right. Like, to me personally, one of my personal beliefs is children should kind of stray away from social media because people can be cruel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
with you being in a social media space, how would you explain to your children to not worry about the comment section? Because we know comment section can be brutal. So how would you go about that?
And I talk to my kids like this. And it's something that my mama told me. Mm-hmm. And it's just real as it is. I said, listen, if you can look yourself in the mirror in the morning and you happy with yourself, mm-hmm. who gives a damn?
Right.
Who gives a damn? Social media can be cruel, but some people ask for it though. Mm-hmm. You putting too much out there, bro. Pull back. Right. If you can't handle it, mm-hmm. you understand where I'm coming from? Like Absolutely. Some people built for that. Some people built for it, and they want all the smoke. Mm-hmm. And kudos to those people. But if you one of the people that want to, oh God, man, then keep your comments to yourself.
Right. We see, like me personally, I'm one of those type of people. You said if you comment something negative or nasty on it, I don't care because at the end of the day, I appreciate the view. You said
right. Thanks for the like.
And also, the way I look at it is, after you get done typing that hateful projection, imposing comment, you still got to go back to your miserable life. And I'm still, I'm still doing something that it makes me happy. You said that
right.
That's actually making me money. So yeah, you can talk all your negative stuff all you want to. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And at the end of the day, okay, you got peoples that more or less don't understand that, hey, everybody ain't gonna agree with you. Mm-hmm. Bottom line, mm-hmm. And if you let that affect the way you moving, then do you really believe in yourself? Do you really believe in what you talking about? Because if I believe in something and I put it out there, okay, and people get negative or got an opinion about it, and I let that affect me, then I didn't really believe it to begin with.
Right. You say like that's why I have the conflict with Lizzo fans. You say it's like
right.
You say it's like, yeah, she's a beautiful woman. Hey, do right. you? But then don't get on Twitter later on crying about how people are talking about you.
Fact, because she's a BBW. She a big beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? And to have that confidence to go out there and do what she do, you know what I'm saying? That's amazing in itself. Right. And she got to stop letting the haters or the people that she shouldn't have did this or she shouldn't look like this and all of that. That shit should go, girl, please. I'm about to go even harder. Mm-hmm. One artist, man, and she a little shocked, she a little wild. But one person that I really, really, because I study people, Suki Hana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that girl wild.
And she's wild, but she live her truth. Mm-hmm. And she don't give a damn what nobody think, and that's what I respect about her. Do I respect some of her, some of her antics or her songs or something like that? Nah, they ain't for them little girls in my opinion, they ain't for them little girls to listen to. Right. You know what I'm saying? But as an artist and as I listen to her, I say, damn, she really believe in what she believe in. She gonna stand on it 10 toes, and she not bagging down. That's why I like Boosie too. You know what I'm saying? Boosie jump in some arguments he shouldn't jump in sometimes, but he live on his truth.
Mm-hmm. And see, like that's another thing that's funny, because you say, like, when you have, let's say, the LGBTQ plus community, they say that they're living their truth. But if you don't agree with their truth and you're speaking your truth, now you're just a hater or you're phobic, and it's like to me. I think phobic is one of the most misused words out here.
Man, the woke shit got hijacked.
Yeah. That's why it's misused now.
Woke got hijacked because when somebody tried to explain the definition of woke, and it blew my mind because I was like, first of all, you way off course, sweetie. You understand where I'm coming from? Because that word, like I said, we on this thing, so I would love to have a private conversation with you about that.
Oh, absolutely.
But,
we'll definitely do that off camera.
but that word got hijacked, and like you said, the phobia thing, the homophobic thing or something like that, that's a counterattack because of somebody that doesn't, like my thing is this, like, however you live. You understand where I'm coming from, but don't turn it into a trend. And let these children be children. That's all I'll say. You know what I'm saying? Because I got sons, I got daughters. You understand where I'm coming from? I don't know what they gonna decide to do once they grown. But right now they children. First of all, sir, you're not even supposed to be sexually active, so I don't want to hear that shit. Until you done had some, you can't talk about it.
Right. You said, like, I have a joke. You said, I'm not a comedian by trade at all. I'm a truck driver and I'm a podcaster. But like, hey, everybody's got their own jokes. But it's like me. It's like I've heard these children nowadays. They was like, hey, you know what? The entire school is bisexual. I'm like, the entire school is bisexual. They was like, yeah, everybody's doing it. I was like, well, I'm glad I didn't grow up with y'all, because if I had to suck a dick to be cool, nigga, count me out.
But you know what? And that's it. You know what? That's true. I was doing a show. What was that, Thursday night? And I said only people that I believe is gay is over 30 or 40. I said, all you young niggas, y'all just out here, they what they call fluent. If I want to fuck it and it want to fuck me back, we fucking. For real, it ain't no sexuality with them shit. Niggas is about to go down. And that's their generation. Because like, I'm 46. I grew up in a different time, so a lot of things I don't understand, I talk about the youngsters, and everything like that. But at the end of the day, I also commend them because I see a lot of youngsters, because all the people, always these kids, but they never talk about a lot of these young entrepreneurs. Because I meet a lot of them in my profession. I'm a car dealer.
Right.
So I'm meeting kids that's 23, 24, 25 that already bought their homes. Actually got a career, and are driven way more than our generation was in being positive, understanding credit, understanding finance and things of that nature. And then you got the other side that everybody sees is like, oh Lord, like I grew up where, it was what it was, and I guess they call it toxic masculinity now.
Another misused term, but go on.
Right. Another misused term, because at the end of the day, you say these men are toxic masculine, but then you complain when a man is not being the man. It's confusing to me.
Right. You like, I don't know if you peeped that Iyanla Vanzant. It was a sit-down panel where she had black men talking to black women, and the black men were basically saying, you said, we want to love you, but you said you're giving us the energy from your past, and you said, and I journal or I play the flute and I'm from Long Beach or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then of course the women in the comment section were like, oh my God, they some weak ass men. They don't deserve no strong black woman. And it's like,
right. And see, by me being married, okay, I understood that it was a past before me, okay? And, some men to come in and try to break that immediately. Baby, I'm a good dude. You know, you shouldn't let your last, which you shouldn't, but you don't know what this other person has been through.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was did me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it real gonna recognize real anyway. Okay. And I know how a lot of women have been raised and taught that, hey, you better go out there and get it for yourself. You can't rely on. I understand that. I was raised by a woman, you know, and it took me a while to break certain walls down because this person was already living and surviving in this world before I came along. You understand where I'm coming from? But, you know, I did explain to her like this, like, you know, and this is a conversation I had with my sisters. You know, the word independent, female, is the worst used word on the planet. Okay. Because when you say, hey, I'm independent, that means I don't want to be dependent. And if that's what you, then I can't do this for you because you independent. Shit.
Right.
You know, and like I told my wife, you know, at the end of the day, of course I know you can do it. I wouldn't be with you if you couldn't do it. Right. But you don't have to do it. And a lot of women don't understand that. You know, it's like, okay, you know, Beyonce worth $500 million or more.
Yeah.
Okay. But she found a man that can lead.
Right.
You know, and she accepted that role. She didn't have to. And I think that misconception, you know, because you got women and they out here balling, woo after woo after woo. But at the end of the day, you know, even if you are the breadwinner, it shouldn't be about that. It shouldn't be about it. That's my opinion. Let's say I was married to Oprah. Okay. Okay, I ain't got Oprah money, but I'ma still be a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because hey. What my man said? Dick dried his car, not pussy.
Yeah.
and you could laugh at that, but that's a real statement. You know, if my wife made more money than me, okay, I'm not playing no second fiddle. I'm still the man. You understand where I'm coming from? But I'm gonna help you to make more. If that makes sense. I'm gonna help you to grow. I'm gonna be the best leader that I can be to make you, you know, grow. I'm not against, you know, when they fought for them rights, you know, 50, and you know, and all of that. You got to accept that. Like I told a woman, she said, and the men's and I say, well, hell, y'all took half the jobs. They ain't create more jobs just because y'all wanted some. So when you want to be a construction worker, police officer, lawyer, doctor, woo after woo, then there's a man out there that's one less job for him. And then they say, well, I'm this and I'm that. Well, why can't like what was the one lady that was on she said she wouldn't date a bus driver.
Ebony K. Williams. I was actually just about to ask you about that, but yeah.
Yeah, her. Okay, first of all, no, okay, that's your opinion. But at the end of the day, you say that out your mouth. And then you looking for a man that has more than you, and then when he turn around and treat you like shit, because he feels that, hey, that you replaceable. That's what you get. That bus driver might love you the way you need to be loved.
Right. And like when she said that she would date somebody that owned the bus, you said, but like, what if that bus driver does have other, you said, aspirations and goals, and you said, well, what if he's also flipping houses, or you saying, or into car trading or something like that? You said, and that man that owns the bus company, he could be a one-trick pony, and now you're bored. You got this man that you said owns the bus company, but he's a one-trick pony.
Exactly. You know, and that's something that's been happening, you know, that goes on too. You know, people I watch it all the time. People are together for financial reasons or this reason or that reason because love has went out the door. You know, what happened to I love you? You know what I'm saying? Or you love me back. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you don't want to be with no unmotivated, lazy ass person. We ain't talking about them. We're not talking about them. You know, but if you know, say I was unmarried, okay, and I'm looking for a woman to match my stature, I'd be looking for a fucking wow.
Right.
I would. You know, but it's not about that. I want somebody to love me.
Right.
We're gonna build whatever we gotta build together. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I had nothing when I met my wife. You know, some things that went on, you know, I had nothing. I had to start all the way over.
Right.
And that's what made me say, damn, this a real one right here. You understand where I'm coming from? Because, you know, I couldn't do what I can do right now. You know, and that's why, you know, like I see a lot of these stars or whatever. And you know, and it blows my mind that, okay, so you went and got her. Wherever you got her from. But you ain't with the, like, let me be rich, a young rich rapper or entertainer or something. Man, I'm stalking Spelman.
Right.
And Howard and all of this. And you pop up with Jocelyn Hernandez. Then get your head. Nigga, what was you thinking? You know, because that's an opportunist. You understand where I'm coming from? You knew what you was getting into before you got into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like look at LeBron and Savannah. You know, I love that woman could be extra as hell. Absolutely. If she wanted to. My man got more money than all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I could walk around with a gown on every day and da this and da that, but she low key. You understand what? Because the spotlight is on my man. Let's keep it on him. You know, because that woman got plenty of accolades she can brag about.
Right.
Like, people don't even understand how many businesses that woman owns by herself, operates by herself. But that ain't, you know, she ain't got to jump all out there. And I respect that. You know, you got people that really understand, hey, boom, it ain't about me. It's not about me. It's about them. You understand where I'm coming from? And that's where it get twisted at. You know, but people don't date for love. They date for convenience.
Exactly.
You know,
I tell anybody that's getting ready to get married, use it, like, whether you believe in it or not, ask your significant other for a prenup right before y'all get married and see how left the conversation goes. Right.
Like, with me and my wife, we're legally married, you know, and I wouldn't marry her until she understood that we was already married.
Yeah.
You understand? That piece of paper don't mean shit to me.
Nope.
That's a legally binding agreement that we are business partners. And that's when I realized certain things that she couldn't do or speak for me in certain situations. That's what made me decide to go get the piece of paper. Because in my heart, I was already married to this woman.
Right.
A piece of paper can't define my love for her.
Right.
It just can't, you know. So, you know, I tell people all the time, we got married for business reasons. Because we was already locked in here.
Right.
And that's what counts. You know, some people, you know, oh, he ain't put a ring on it. He must not really love her and all the woo. Okay, well, how many niggas you know got rings and ain't married for real?
Or how many mofos is on social media say, "Oh, I'm with the hubby today." Nigga, you know this nigga a week. How's this your hubby?
a week. And that's, you know, we don't give ourselves the time to figure out a person. Mm-hmm. You know, I remember living down the way, man. Very lovely chick, stayed upstairs, motivated, had a decent job, everything, you know. And it used to mind boggle me, like, damn, how many niggas lived there? Not came over, lived there in 3 years. Mm. What are you searching for?
Yeah.
You understand where I'm coming from? You got, you know, and then that's something that I don't respect no way. When I see a woman with children or whatnot, and you let a perfect stranger, because that's what they is, it's still a stranger, come around your children. You know, my mama and my daddy, you know, they wasn't together when my mama was living. Me and my sister can tell you how many men actually ever spent the night in our house. Right. If we was there. When we wasn't there, I don't know what the fuck was going on. That ain't none of my business.
Right.
Like, you know, if we was over our grandparents' house on the weekend, she might have had an orgy in that motherfucker. Who knows?
Right.
But when we were home, a man couldn't come in that motherfucker.
I mean, that's true. But you said, look at it like this. Like you saying, because nowadays we're in a time where you say, oh, you gotta pay a bill to come and get this ass.
Right.
Shout it. If I gotta come over there and pay a bill just to get the cheeks, them niggas is calling me daddy for at least 30 days. Fuck that.
Facts. But see, that's another thing, and I talk about it on stage. I talk about, you know, and I made jokes out of it, but I be trying to bring it. You know, I try to put some, even though I'll be making jokes, I'll be trying to put something in their head. First of all, you cannot change the definition of prostitution. And that's one of them things that has become a norm. You know, when I was in college, in psychology, they say, whether it's good or bad, whatever 60% of the population does is considered normal. 60% of your peer group does.
Right.
Okay. And women have normalized prostitution to where they figure, if I'm not walking the street, I'm not a prostitute. If you trade sex for money, sorry for you. You are a prostitute. You are hoeing.
Facts.
Yeah. You understand? And I'm not, and this the double entendre here, because I feel like if you single, bitch, you shouldn't be broke. What the fuck is wrong with you? But at the end of the day, and I'm not talking about, hey, you know, well, I'm with this guy or whatever. Yeah, mutually, a man should be taking care of you. But let's call a spade a spade. If, like, the one girl, she say, you know, if nigga gonna get this ass, he got to pay for it. Well, yeah, well, bitch, you a prostitute, you a hoe.
Right. You just like, what do you think about? You said there's guys who create fake accounts on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff, like, and they're literally stealing these Instagram models' OnlyFans content and reselling it. Use it, like, to me, that, I mean, like,
that's genius. How do you do that?
You said, I think it's crazy to me, because you literally use it, like, dudes is falling for this stuff, and like you see it all over social media. People like, yeah, like, I'm not paying this and that, paying that, but you literally buying content, or you're subscribing to somebody's OnlyFans page and stuff like that. It's like, but then you want to talk about other motherfuckers, you know. So, like, it's just funny to me with the hypocrisy, you know.
Man, the hypocrisy is out of control, you know. you know, people, man, you know, I see it a lot, you know, especially nowadays. Like when we was coming up, you know, we okay, that's a hood right over there. Now I see dudes competing for the sluttiest chicks. You know, you go to a bar, you know, and I had to explain this to my little sister one day. She said, "Well," I said, "What you got on?" She said, "Well, the niggas don't like you if you not dressed like this." I say, first of all, I say you got to understand men, okay? When we go to the bar, we are looking for the easiest opportunity. So you sitting over there fully dressed, we know we got to come at you with some conversation, and it's gonna take some time. Right. We trying to get it tonight, you know. And like I tell women all the time, you know, yeah, you can wear whatever you want to wear, and in the perfect world, you ain't gonna hear no cat calls. You ain't gonna hear "What's up, baby" and all of that. I said, in the perfect world, I should be able to walk down the dark alley counting money. But 9 times out of 10, somebody gonna smack me over the head because that's the world we live in. You understand where I'm coming from?
Absolutely.
You know, and people don't think. They don't think. You know, hate to bring up the gays again, but you know, you a 6'2" black dude and you decide to go put on the tutu and walk down the street. You gotta accept what comes along with that, my nigga. Cause I'm laughing at your ass.
Right.
I'm laughing. What the fuck this nigga got on? You know, I got, you know, cause that's one of my pet peeves. I can't stand a motherfucker that's ugly that make themselves more ugly.
Right. It's just funny to me. It's like I said, like with everybody's talking about this whole Bud Light thing too. You said that like they're outraged over that. That is hilarious to me. That
hilarious. But I don't know who the marketer was for Bud Light. Come on, man. This is a beverage drinking by white men, Christians, white men. They love it. And but that's what it is. And you gonna throw that in as a marketing? Come on, bruh. What was you thinking?
Right. It was like I don't. If I do drink Bud Light, it's Bud Light Platinum. It's regular Bud Light is disgusting. But you get some, you know, it's like, and most of the people I know that drink Bud Light, they either have a wife or a girlfriend that wear underwear with dick holes in them. So that's not my fight. You know what I'm
saying? Hell no. That's funny.
Yeah, so
that's
like,
funny.
Yeah, so getting back into comedy, it's like you said you work with a host of people. You said like, and I'd be remiss if I did not mention this. You work a lot with the most professional asshole in the business right now, Mr. Lex Vegas. What is your experience working like with Lex?
I love Lex, man. I do. And I'm gonna tell you why. Lex is a real dude and he's staying 10 toes down on what he's doing, you know, and he's given his time to put a platform together to showcase people like myself and other comedians that may not have a place to perform at. You know, Lex is the most light-skinned nigga I know.
Facts.
You know, that nigga, I'm light-skinned for real. That nigga's he's a light-skinned nigga.
Oh yeah, that nigga is light skinned for real. You said when Keith Silly did that, when him and Keith Silly did that skit, and she was talking about his light skinned ass, he probably sang R&B in the shower with the sunglasses on. And
right,
I believe he do that shit for real.
I believe it. I believe he do it too. But you know, Lex, you know, he's one of them people that's very authentic. He speaks his mind, but he's very authentic, and he stands on what he says. So. You know, nothing but love for the brother. You know, we got a shout out Lex too, man. Shameless plug here.
Yeah. You know,
we doing oh, I see you.
Yes, sir.
We doing yes, sir. We doing a laugh for the kids at Platform 13. You know, him and and that's my. He gonna be mad at me because I can't pronounce his name. I call him De Janeiro. But you know, they putting together something that's gonna be special, and you know, I really appreciate it. You know, me and Lexington talk, and you know, just the words of encouragement from that guy is priceless. You know, they, you know, I mess with Lex. I really, man, the whole Red Line family, for real. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know, like, you know, I've never, like when I first was, I didn't even know what I was doing in comedy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and for guys like you to give, you know, I ain't nobody, to give a platform for me to come on and say who I am and you know, and shout out what I'm doing. That's a blessing, you know, and I really appreciate it. You know, I do, you know, but Lex, that's my guy, man. That's my guy, man. He an asshole though.
And absolutely, you said it's like, well, it's definitely my pleasure to bring you on my platform and stuff like that. Because if you didn't have a talent or a special skill yourself that you wanted to get out there, it's like, I mean, I could still have a conversation with you because at the end of the day, you're a human being, you're a person. You put your pants on one leg at a time, just like I do. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like we could still have a conversation about anything. Whether you said, because like I'm a truck driver by trade. You know what I'm saying? So like,
right.
You said you get up on the stage. I mean, I've done it before as far as music went back in the day. But you said, like I said, people don't have conversations anymore. So this is why I think spaces like this are very important, where we can have the conversation. You know what I mean? And regardless regardless. Yeah. You know,
and you know, I just hate that people can't agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not gonna feel the same way about everything like everybody else. Like, you know, that's always been, I think, one of my greatest attributes is to judge a person by their character and not by their lifestyle. You know, I got friends that do shit that I disapprove of all the time, and I voice that. I can voice that to them because we friends. Like for me to consider you a friend, you got to be to check me on something.
Facts.
if you can't check me when I'm out of bounds, then we can't be friends. I don't need a bunch of yes men around me.
No.
I don't want that. I want a motherfucker to say, bro, you was wrong. Or bro, no, that ain't it. You understand where I'm coming from? And my core group of friends, and we've been friends since we were 6 years old. Like my click. We all been friends since we were 6 years old, and you know, things that happened over the years to where, you know, we didn't have to get in each other's shit. Like, bro, you tripping? What you doing? And it's not coming from a place of hate or nothing like that. They know it's coming from love. You understand where I'm coming from? And if I didn't have people like that around me, you know, I couldn't be the person that I am today. You know, brother used to be a little wild, you know, and I done had some of my homies come to me personally like, look, bro, you tripping. You need to slow down. And some people would take that as, oh man, you hating, or you this, do you that. And they coming to you from a place of love because they see a character flaw in you that may be detrimental to you.
It was like, me personally, I have a saying that I use. You know, like everybody done asked, use it like, would you mind watching my kids or something? But this saying I'm about to give you is like, I attribute it to what you're talking about in many different areas in life. They be like, well, can you watch my kid? If I can't pop them, I ain't watching them.
Facts. Because your kid come over here and get out of line, they getting their ass whooped.
And it's like not even necessarily a physical pop, but usually like if I can't like just like you said with your people, if I can't check you, I don't need you around me. Or if you can't check me, I
don't need you around me.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we need to learn.
Yeah, and see, that's where, you know, a lot of people would be like, you know, that's not supportive. You know, I can't support you in nothing that's going to be detrimental. And that's what I said about crack earlier. You know, yeah, nigga, I mean, it's your life, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't see what's going on. You know, if I got a dude that's out here, I had to check one of my dudes about his woman one time. You know, that's their relationship. I ain't got nothing to do with it, but I know how you really feel about this girl. And I know that you out of bounds, family. You know, my wife, okay, she got a sister, and you know, ain't none of my business what she do, okay? But we was having a party one time, and she brung a different dude around me. Okay, now whatever you do is what you do. Ain't none of my business. But I think because me and the guy that I know she with, me and him real cool. Right. You can't bring no other nigga around me. Right. That's way out of pocket. Because I'm fake as fuck if I go back when you bring him back around me and I act like ain't shit happened. No. And my wife was like, well, they ain't nothing. I said, okay. I said, so did you go over her house to cheat on me? And she had to think about what I said. I wasn't accusing her of that, but I'm just saying this, you know what I'm saying? That allows that to happen. If I'm cool with her bringing an all brand nigga around, you know what I'm saying? Because them two going through some shit, then, you know, she gonna support you if you do it. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, that's bad karma. Right, because you said there was a saying that my father always raised us with. He's association brings on assimilation. Just like correct. If you see 5 doctors in a huddle, and you see that 6th person, you're going to assume that 6th person is a doctor. If you see 5 hoes and you see that 6th person, you're going to assume that 6th person is a hoe. Right, right. You know, like it's certain shit like you know, my wife say, man, you why you don't go hang out with your niggas as much? I said because 90% of my niggas is not married. Okay. So if I go over one of their house and they, you know how we do it, nigga, with the hoes. You're right. Bring the bitches through. I can't be sitting there. Whether I'm doing anything or not, I can't sit there. That's single man shit. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I can sit there and be the quietest, most church person all night long. I ain't said nothing to nobody or nothing. With that being said, we're about to get up out of here, man. Y'all take it easy, man. Peace.
You know, where the fuck Dub at, man? Where the fuck he go?
Here I am. You looking for me?
Yo ass is fine. That got Dub, and I'm back with another video. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Deuce from Me and my big bro. Yeah, fuck this milk. He said he gonna teach me how to wrestle, man. I'm gonna win the belt.
Cause I'm back for ya.
The boy Dub Deuce in the building.